Joe Gebbia is the co-founder of Air Bed and Breakfast, also known as Airbnb. Joe graduated design school and the day after he had a yard sale. One of his customers was driving cross country in a red Mazda Miata before joining the Peace Corps. He had nothing to do for the night, so Joe invited him to go to the bar. After sitting and talking for a while, it came time to leave, and Joe asked if he had a place to stay. The gentleman responded no, and Joe had invited him to stay the night at his place on an air bed in the living room. Like anybody else, you'd be worried about a stranger sleeping in your house, and it turned out the next day that his guest wasn't a psycho, and they ended up becoming friends and staying in touch. After 2 years passed, he got used to the idea of letting people sleep on an air bed in his living room, and when he moved to San Francisco, he brought the air bed with him. Two, After another 2 years went by, Joe was at a point of going broke. His roommate had just moved out, resulting in his rent going up. But Joe had learned there was a designer event in town for 4 days, and all the hotels had been booked. So Joe proposed an idea to his best friend and new roommate Brian Chesky to open up their place to complete strangers for the 4-day event for a rent fee. So they built a basic website. Airbnb was then born. They had 3 lucky guests live with them in their home for 4 days, and they ended up creating friendships with people they had never met before. So they decided to go all in and try to build a business out of this. Joe's old roommate, Nate Bucharzik, joined him as an engineering co-founder. They designed the website to give a sense of trust between 2 people who have never met before. In the introduction message, they suggest a link for the first message and things to say about yourself to give the host a sense of trust in what you'll be doing in their home. Joe Gebbia believes that one day cities will be built for sharing and create connections within communities that have been prevented by our bias of stranger danger. South Korea has already taken a step and has repurposed hundreds of government parking spaces to be shared with residents. They also connect students who need housing with nesters who have open rooms in their houses. He hopes one day that with design he can build trust between strangers around the world.